Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Amagate Radio Communications, and it's your girl Anointed Excel. And today, I'm excited. You know why? Because after 4 weeks of talking about problems, gaps, and challenges, today we are celebrating solutions. Today we are talking about wins. Today we are showcasing the teachers who are absolutely crushing it with technology. If you've been following this series, you would know we've covered some heavy grounds. We've talked about children missing digital literacy opportunities. We've explored how kids' brains are naturally ready for tech. We've discussed parental fears. And last week, we faced a hard truth about teachers' preparation being broken worldwide. But you know what? While the systems are failing, individual educators are rising. While institutions lag behind, teachers are stepping up. While the world debates whether technology belongs in education, smart educators are already showing us how it is done. Today's episode is titled The Global Pedagogical Revolution: How educators worldwide are becoming digital learning facilitators. This isn't about fancy theories. This is about real teachers in real classrooms with real students making real magic happen. Let's dive in. Last week we talked about teachers' transformation crisis. We saw how 78% of teachers worldwide feel unprepared for digital integration. We heard stories of shame, fear, and overwhelm. We met Mrs. Ajoke, who was faking it in meetings, screenshotting Google Docs to understand later. We met Mr. Emeka, calling tablets for special classes only, because he didn't know what else to do with them. We saw the panic attack when AI was mentioned. The picture was clear. Our education systems aren't preparing teachers for the digital world. But here's what I didn't tell you last week. For every struggling teacher, there is another who has figured it out. For every classroom where technology sits unused, there's another where magic is happening daily. Today, we are celebrating those teachers. We want to learn from them, and we want to see what possibility is when educators embrace their role as digital learning facilitators. Before we go further, let's clear the air about what we mean. A digital learning facilitator isn't a computer teacher. They are not IT experts. They are not coding wizards. A digital learning facilitator is simply a teacher who uses technology to help students learn better, think deeper, and create more. They understand that technology isn't the enemy of traditional teaching. It is the amplifier. Instead of fighting technology, they partner with it. Instead of fearing it, they exploit it. And instead of avoiding it, they integrate it naturally into learning. They've moved from asking, should I use technology, to how can I use technology to help my students understand this better. And here is the beautiful part. They are everywhere. In village schools with one tablet, in city schools with smart boards, in homes where parents have even become teachers. They are everywhere. Let's start our global tour in Finland, because they've been getting this right for years. In Helsinki, I learned of a kindergarten where 4-year-olds learn storytelling through coding robots. But here's the key. They are not learning to code, they are learning to tell stories. The robots are just the tools. Teacher Maja explained, we don't teach technology, we teach with technology. When children program the robot to act out their stories, they are learning sequence, cause and effect, and also problem solving. They are just having fun doing it. Finnish teachers have a simple philosophy. Technology should make learning more human, not less human. They use apps that let children create digital storybooks about their families. They use virtual reality to visit ancient Rome while studying history. They use simple programming to teach mathematical patterns. The result? Finished students consistently ranking among the world's best in digital problem solving, but they also maintain strong social skills and creativity. The secret: their teachers see technology as one tool among many, not the only tool. In Singapore, something amazing is happening in kindergartens. Children as young as 5 years are learning about artificial intelligence, not by studying it, but by playing with it. At Rainbow Center, Teacher Lin shows children how to train a simple AI to recognize different animals. The children draw pictures, the AI guesses what animal it is, and when it is wrong, the children help it learn. Teacher Lin says the children don't think they are learning about AI. They think they are teaching their computer friend, but they are actually learning how computer thinks, how they learn, and how they can make mistakes just like humans. These children aren't becoming programmers. They are becoming digital citizens who understand what technology is, who understand that technology isn't magic. It is a tool that can be taught, improved, and used wisely. Singapore's approach is brilliant. They make technology learning feel like play and make play feel more meaningful. Now let me take you to rural Kenya, where teacher Grace is doing incredible things with just one tablet and a solar charger. Teacher Grace teaches 5-year-old students in the class with no electricity, but 3 times in a week she connects her tablet to a small projector and transforms our wall into windows to the world. She explains, "On Monday, we traveled to the ocean to learn about marine life. My students have never seen the sea, but they designed underwater creatures using a drawing app. On Wednesday, we visited the Marcia Marine virtually and created digital stories about animal behavior." Teacher Grace isn't a technology expert. She learned everything from YouTube videos during her evenings, but she understood something crucial. Her students deserved the same opportunities as children in Nairobi or New York. Her secret: she focuses on what students can create, not what technology can do. The tablet is just the canvas. Her students are the artists. Test scores of her children improved by 60% over 2 years. But more importantly, her students now see themselves as creators, not consumers. In Brazil, a teacher named Carlos had turned his classroom into a digital storytelling studio. His students create podcasts about their neighborhoods, make videos about local heroes, and build websites showcasing their community's strength. "Technology gave my students a voice," Teacher Carlos said. "Before, they saw their community through the eyes of poverty. Now, they see it through the lens of possibilities." Carlos's students interview elderly residents and create digital archives of local history. They research solutions to community problems and present them to local governments through video conferences. The technology isn't just changing how they learn, it is changing how they see themselves and their community. Carlos proves that digital learning facilitation isn't about having the newest gadgets. It is about helping students use whatever tools they have to amplify their voices and expand their horizons. In India, a teacher named Priya manages something that seems impossible: quality digital learning for 80 students in one classroom. How? She turned her students into co-facilitators. "I divide my classroom into a group of 8, Priya explains. Each group has one device. Older students help younger ones. Fast learners help struggling ones. And I move from group to groups, guiding rather than lecturing." Priya uses simple apps that work offline. Students create presentation about local wildlife, design solutions to water conservation, and build digital math game for each other. Our approach proves that digital learning facilitation isn't about one teacher managing all the technology. It is about creating systems where students support each other's learning. The results speaks for themselves. Prior students show high engagement, better collaboration skills, and improved learning outcomes across all subjects. As I've studied these revolutionary teachers worldwide, I noticed 5 common patterns. Pattern 1, they start small. None of these teachers try to revolutionize everything at once. Grace started with one app. Mara began with a simple robotic activity. They mastered one tool before adding another one. Now the second pattern, they focused on learning, not technology. These teachers never say, today we are learning technology. They say, today we are learning about animals and we will use technology to help us. The third pattern, they embrace mistakes. When apps crash or device fails, this teacher turn it into learning opportunities. What do you think went wrong? How can we solve this problem? The fourth pattern, they build community. Digital learning facilitators create classrooms where students help each other, where technology enables collaboration rather than isolation. The fifth pattern, they stay curious. These teachers aren't experts when they start, they are learners. They explore new tools alongside their students. They ask questions and they experiment. The beautiful truth is this: you don't need to be a technology expert to be a technology learning facilitator. You just need to be curious and willing to learn with your students. The biggest difference between struggling teachers and successful digital learning facilitators isn't technical skills, it's the mindset. Traditional teachers think, I must know everything before I teach it. Digital learning facilitators think, I can learn alongside my students. Traditional teacher asks, what if technology doesn't work? Digital learning facilitators ask, what will my students learn from solving this problem? Traditional teachers worry, students know more than me about technology. Digital learning facilitators celebrate, my students can teach me things too. The mindset shift is everything. Once teachers stop trying to be a technology expert and start being learning facilitators, magic happens. Take teacher Amina in Kano for example. She knew nothing about digital tools when she started, but she was curious. She began asking her students, what apps do you use at home? Then she said, can you show me how we might use it for this learning? And within 3 months, her students were creating digital presentations about northern Nigerian culture, recording oral histories from their grandparents, and using math app to solve real-world problems about farming and trade. Teacher Amina didn't become a tech expert. She became a learning facilitator who uses technology as one of her many tools. Here is what is exciting. Most revolutionary digital learning happens with simple, everyday tools. For instance, we have WhatsApp group for learning. Teacher John in Lagos uses WhatsApp to share daily vocab words, science facts, and math puzzles. Students respond with voice messages, photos of their work, and questions. Learning doesn't stop when school ends. We also have the phone cameras for documentation. Teacher Sarah in Cape Town has students photographs example for geometric shapes in their neighborhood, documents science experiments, and creative virtual journals of their learning journey. We also have the voice recorders for storytelling. In rural Bangladesh, Teacher Fatima has students record folk tales from their grandparents, creating digital libraries of local stories that connect generations. We also have the simple drawing apps for expression. Teacher Santos in Mexico City uses basic drawing apps to help students visualize math problems, create story illustrations, and express ideas they can't yet write in words. We also have the video calls for global connection. Teacher Rose in Nairobi connects her students with classrooms in other countries. Students practice English, share cultural knowledge, and build global friendship. None of this requires expensive equipment or advanced technical skills. They just require teachers who see possibilities instead of problems. None of this requires expensive equipment or advanced technical skills. They just require teachers who see possibilities instead of problems. Here's what is beautiful about teachers who become digital learning facilitators. They create ripple effects. When students experience learning that's engaging, creative, and connected to their world, they go home excited. They share what they've learned and they ask for more. Parents who were initially skeptical about asking, "What are they doing at school that makes my child so excited about learning?" Other teachers notice the energy in these classrooms and start asking, "How can I do what you are doing?" School leaders see improved test score, better attendance, and happier students, and start investing in teachers' development rather than just buying more devices. This revolution doesn't start with policies or purchase. It starts with individual teachers who can decide to step into the future instead of waiting for permission. Here's something remarkable. Teachers who become digital learning facilitators often progress faster than anyone expects. Why? Because once you break through the fear barrier, learning accelerates exponentially. Teacher David in Accra went from "I don't even use WhatsApp" to creating interactive digital lessons in 6 months. How? He started with one simple app and spent 10 minutes a day exploring it. Teacher Joyce in Kampala went from being afraid of tablets to training other teachers in digital integration in 1 year. Her secret: she joined online teachers communities where she could ask questions and share discoveries. The learning curve isn't as steep as people think. The fear curve is what's steep. Once you climb over the fear, the learning becomes fun. So what makes these revolutionary teachers different from their struggling colleagues? They see technology as a tool, not as a threat. Like a pencil or a textbook, technology is just another way to help students learn. They focus on students, not devices. The question isn't "How do I use this app?" It is "How will this help my students understand better?" They start where they are. They don't wait for perfect conditions, unlimited internet, or latest devices. They work with what they have. They build learning networks. They connect with other teachers online and offline, share ideas and solving problems together. They stay student-centered. They remember that the goal isn't to impress people with technology. It is to help students grow, learn, and thrive. Most importantly, they understand that being a digital learning facilitator doesn't mean abandoning good teaching practice. It means using technology to do good teaching even better. If you are a teacher listening to this, wondering, "How do I become a digital learning facilitator?" Here is your roadmap. Week 1, observe. Watch what your students are already doing with technology. What apps do they use? What are they curious about? And start there. Week 2, pick one tool. Choose one simple app or digital tool. Spend 10 minutes a day exploring it. Don't worry about being perfect. Week 3. Try with students. Use your chosen tool in one lesson. Let your students help you figure it out. They will, and they will love it. Week 4. Connect with others. Find one online teacher community or a local teachers group. Share what you tried, ask questions, and learn from others. Month 2. Expand slowly. Add one more tool or try the same tool in a different subject. Keep building your confidence gradually. Month 3. Document success. Take photos, record videos, collect student work, document what's working so you can share with others. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every revolutionary teacher started with one small step. You don't need permission to start. You don't need the perfect conditions. You just need to be curious and courageous. Let me tell you what separates revolutionary teachers from everyone else. They believe in possibilities. While others see obstacles, they see opportunities. While others focus on what they lack, they maximize what they have. While others wait for change, they create change. They understand that the goal isn't to replace human connection with technology. It is to use technology to create deeper human connections with students, with content, and with wider world. They know that being a digital learning facilitator doesn't mean being perfect with technology. It means being willing to learn, explore, and grow alongside with students. Most importantly, they believe their students deserve the best possible education, and they are willing to step out of their comfort zone to provide it. This is the mindset that is driving the global pedagogical revolution. Not fear of being left out behind, but excitement about moving forward. Whether you are a teacher, a parent, a school leader, or education supporter, you can be part of this revolution. If you are a teacher, choose one digital tool this week. Spend 10 minutes exploring it. That's your first step into the future. If you are a parent, ask your child's teacher how you can support digital learning at home. Offer to help research tools or share resources. If you are a school leader, find one teacher in your school who is already experimenting with technology. Support them, celebrate them, and help them share their knowledge with others. If you are a policy maker, visit classrooms where digital learning facilitation is happening. See what teachers need to succeed, then provide it. The revolution isn't waiting for perfect policies or unlimited budgets. It's happening right now in classrooms around the world, led by teachers who decide to embrace the future instead of fear it. You can be part of it. Your students need you to be part of it. As we wrap up today's celebration of revolutionary teachers, I want you to remember this. The future of education isn't being written in boardrooms or policy documents. It's being written in classrooms by teachers who dare to try something new. Next week, we are diving into something practical. Make sure you follow Amogate Radio Communications on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And also follow us on our YouTube channel to get more resources. Join our Monday to Friday programs where we go deeper into different topics and provide practical support. Send us your stories. Are you a teacher who made this journey? Are you a parent supporting digital learning at home? We want to hear from you, and we want to share your wins with our community. Remember, every revolutionary teacher started exactly where you are. The only difference between where you are and where you want to be is the willingness to take the first step. The revolution is real, the transformation is happening, and there's room for you in it. I am Anointed Olusumboye, and this has been Amogate Radio Communications. Until next week, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in the incredible power of education to change the world, one digital learning facilitator at a time. Thank you.
Harmogate, founded in 2008 out of a desire to build transgenerational structures for organizations, institutions, and nations. We have worked with large businesses, international development organizations, and public sector ministries and agencies. Harmogate, our uniqueness is that we do not just work for you, we work with you. For example, we do not leave you to the task after sourcing talent that will help the new hire settle into robust leadership development programs. We are technical experts in advising and supporting institutions on strategy and leadership, artificial intelligence, strategic human resource management, public sector reform, finance, audit and tax, FAT, and strategic communications. We do all this and more out of a desire to transform nations through institutions and organizations. For further inquiries, email contact@theharmogate.org or call +234 810 999 6666, +234 807 957 4151, and +161 0504 6026. www.theharmogate.org. Harmogate, building to endure and transforming nations through institutions and organizations.